Good morning. Welcome to day 57 of 100 days of RVA Reads. My name is Heather Montgomery. I'm the manager of Broad Rock Library with Richmond Public Library, and I'm here at the Goodwill Employment Center on Midlothian Turnpike. Today I'd like to talk to you briefly about the curious incident of the dog in the nighttime. A book I chose because at the time when this book came out, I had a stepson who had Asperger's syndrome. So when I heard that this book was coming out, I was really excited that there was a mainstream novel about someone who has Asperger's syndrome. I read it, I loved it, it was great, and I'd love to read you just a small bit of it. This is a murder mystery novel. Siobhan said that I should write something I would want to read myself. Mostly, I read books about science and maths. I do not like proper novels. In proper novels, people say things like, "I am veined with iron, with silver and streaks of common mud. I cannot contract into the firm fist with those clench who do not depend on stimulus." What does this mean? I do not know. Nor does Father, nor does Siobhan, or Mr. Jevons. I've asked them. Siobhan has long blonde hair and wears glasses, which are made of green plastic. And Mr. Jevons smells of soap and wears brown shoes that have approximately 60 tiny circular holes in each of them. But I do like murder mystery novels, so I am writing a murder mystery novel. The protagonist of this book is named Christopher. He is a young teenager who has Asperger's syndrome or high-functioning autism spectrum disorder. The name changes relatively frequently. He finds a dog dead in his neighborhood and goes on a quest to figure out the reason that it's dead. Finds out a lot of things he didn't expect to learn in the process. So I loved this book because it gave an insight into the world directly from the perspective of someone on the autism spectrum, which we don't often get. Fortunately, since this one came out, we've had more. And a few I'd just like to show you real quick are Marcello in the Real World. Very good about a young man, a teenager who's about to start his senior year in high school who has autism spectrum disorder. Mockingbird, a book by a Virginia author named Catherine Erskine about a young girl who has autism spectrum disorder, which is fairly unusual to get something from the perspective of a girl. And then a brand new one called A Boy Called Bat, which is middle grade fiction about a little boy who goes by Bat and his adventures with his new pet skunk. If you want more insight into the world of autism, I highly recommend a few people especially. The Reason I Jump is a very recent edition by Naoki Higashida, who is a young person who has very significant autism. Naoki is nonverbal and did this entire thing by dictation of letters. Temple Grandin is a classic. There are a lot of Temple Grandin books. She is a genius. When she was very young, they thought she was very low functioning. Now it's obvious that she's very high functioning with her PhD. She is fascinating, and her whole life has been spent giving insights into the minds of animals and people with autism. And then one that is kind of entertaining is John Elder Robinson. He's written a lot of books. These are just two of them, Raising Cubby and Be Different. John Elder Robinson is worth looking into. He's more fun if you want that. So the world of autism in books lately has really blossomed, and A Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime is a great place to start. Thank you.